These are the Black Diamond Helio 105s. And this model is the 2016-2017 model. And you might be wondering why I'm talking about an old model. And the reason is, one, I've skied these a lot, so I know quite a bit about them. And the model that's coming out this year is actually very, very similar to this ski right here. I'm gonna start off by saying two things that to some people will sound ridiculous. One, this is the heaviest ski I have in my backcountry lineup. And two, I consider this my powder ski at 105 millimeters at the waist. Some people would say that's ridiculous, you can have a much fatter waist. And others would say that this is an insanely light ski. And I wouldn't disagree with either of those statements, but for me, this is my powder ski in the backcountry. I've outfitted this ski with the Fritchie Tecton 12s. This is a great binding, not necessarily doing a review on the binding, other than to say that it pairs very well with this ski. So I've skied on these skis for about 2 seasons. And during those 2 seasons, we've had quite a few powder days. And keep in mind that when I talk about powder days, I'm talking about Wasatch powder. I haven't skied these in any other state than Utah. My pair of Helios are 175 centimeters. And this ski is an early rise tip and tail with a slight camber in the middle. The dimensions of the ski are 132 millimeters, 105 millimeters, and 119 millimeters on the tail. And you'll notice that the 2019 Helios, very similar. The weight for this ski is 6 pounds, 3 ounces for the pair. Also very similar to this year's Helios. They have wood and carbon on the interior, and Black Diamond on their website claims that this ski is for 70% soft snow and 30% hard. And I would totally agree with that. This is, for the most part, a soft snow ski. But other than that, I did do some pond skimming with these skis and some spring skiing, and they handled well enough. But really, they excel in the soft snow. One of the biggest problems with this ski is that when you are breaking trail and there is some fresh snow, it doesn't even have to be that much, maybe 6, 7 inches of snow, the tip has a really hard time of getting out on top of the snow. So you have to do this weird step where you kind of lift up your toe and bring the tip out of the snow, or else you're constantly submarining your skis through the snow as you break trail. It's really obnoxious, and it's not anything I've ever found with any of my other skis. My Fishers actually break trail better than these skis right here. I don't know if there's not enough rise at the tip to kind of guide the ski out of the snow, but it can become irritating quickly when you're breaking trail in fresh snow. This is the kind of ski that is enjoyable both up and down in the right conditions. You don't really feel it on your feet when you're going up, but you are so glad that you've got this fat-waisted but very light ski on the way down. Overall, I would say the Black Diamond Helio 105 is an amazing lightweight powder ski, if that's what you're looking for. The only downside is when skinning up in powder, you become a little bit frustrated with the fact that you just can't get the tip to come out. The reason I'm reviewing this ski is I'm going to sell it relatively soon and hopefully get a different kind of powder ski. But yeah, I'd like to stay in the 105 range because this ski was my first fat-waisted backcountry ski. And I hope that I can honor its memory with buying a ski that is equal to or better than it. So I appreciate this ski for teaching me all that it can when it comes to backcountry powder skiing.